So this is from Too Good a Listener. I am currently working in a customer service position where I have many interactions with people each day. I tend to be a good listener and am generally kind in nature. Because of these traits, I've started to attract a number of individuals who are seeking emotional support and companionship. I have no problem providing the service in small doses, but the sheer volume of individuals that are asking for my emotional energy has become overwhelming. I'm finding myself becoming more callous and cold in these situations. Many of these people do not pick up on nonverbal cues whatsoever and seem oblivious that they are even asking for something in general. I'm looking for a better way to handle this type of situation. I have found it especially difficult because much of this happens while I am at work, so I have to be careful not to offend customers in the process. So my first thoughts, should I just go ahead and say, she might be in the wrong profession. She seems to be doing so well in offering counseling to these people just in a very casual way, that maybe she has a natural talent. It's a he, sorry, okay. That he has a natural talent. It seems that many people, generally many people are very needy in terms of emotional support, because we don't have a lot of that generally in life, that they're reaching out to him because he has this talent that he's offering. However, he finds himself becoming more callous and cold. And maybe this is a part of his nature that's there, but he's not that aware of, and he might also not like that much in himself, because mostly we prefer to be kind and giving, and we're brought up to favor that. But what happens to the parts of ourselves that don't want to be so available to other people and need more time and space for oneself? Or in this case, he's in a very uncomfortable position because he's at work when this happens. So it sounds like he's struggling to say no or set some limits or structures or boundaries to his time when he is actually counseling people. That's what I might support in him. A couple of areas. I would look at, what does he really want to do with his life? Does he want to follow this natural talent that seems to be emerging surprisingly for him? And if so, does he have the means and the resources to do that? And then if he continues in the present environment, how can he support himself? And he might then need to be more direct in his communication with other people around when and how he is available, if he wants to be available. So he needs to be more clear about what's right for him, where his limits are, and then learn how to communicate that directly to people. And it makes me think also that generally in his life, he might have difficulty saying no in his relationships, in his general social situations, that he's so identified as being kind and caring that then it's very difficult to turn people away or do something that's not considered kind. So his belief systems around that might also need to be discussed and explored. So in the overall picture, I hear your question. It's not considered okay to say no to a customer or not do what's right by a customer. But you need to look at the professional parameters here, in that the customer is approaching him for something that's outside of this business model that he's in. And in that case, he has the right, in my view, to differentiate for the customer that this is not the right context in which to bring that kind of emotional challenge. In process work, we look at the disturbing situation or the other person as having something that we need ourselves. And that person or that situation disturbs me because I am not owning that certain quality or attitude in myself. And so supporting him to step into this uncomfortable space and taking on the energy of the cold and callous one or of the customer, and really owning that, stepping into it, being it, and finding something useful in it that he can then integrate into his usual everyday interaction with people. And of course, it wouldn't be as he imagines, hurtful or so cold that it disrupts the other person. But the more he learns about his nature around that in himself, the more it will be refined so that he can do it in a relational way. So that's important, that he still wants to maintain good relationship. But within that, he also wants to sort of harness this new energy that he's not used to using.